Again, my name is Luke DeCock. I'm the 67th president of the United States Basketball Writers Association and a sports columnist with the Raleigh News and Observer. It's my pleasure today to announce the winner of the 2023 Oscar Robertson Trophy, awarded annually since 1959 to the outstanding player in men's college basketball. And this year's winner is Purdue forward Zach Edey, who will receive the actual trophy at our ceremony in St. Louis in 2 weeks. And I know Zach would prefer to be in Houston under slightly different circumstances, but let that take nothing away from one of the finest individual seasons by a big man in recent history, doing things nobody has done since David Robinson, finishing sixth nationally in scoring at 22.3 points per game, second rebounding, first in double-doubles to go with Big Ten Player of the Year honors and the Big Ten regular season and tournament championships. He's the second Purdue player to win the Oscar, joining Glenn Robinson in 1994. And Glenn was the big dog, but I can tell you sitting up here, nothing seems that big compared to Zach. And as someone who also covers the NHL and has watched Zdeno Chara up close, I'm fascinated by what would have happened if you'd chosen hockey instead of basketball, because the world needs more 7'4" defensemen. But we're here to celebrate one of the most remarkable basketball seasons we've seen from any player at any position. Zach, congratulations. And what does it mean to you to be recognized as the best player in college basketball?
It's great. It validates kind of all the work I put in through my 3 years at Purdue. It validates all the long nights I stayed when no one was watching. Validates all the long nights with one of our coaches, Coach Brantley. Staying 2-3 hours after practice, watching film with him, ice tubbing, getting shots up. It validates everything. It makes me obviously want to work harder, keep doubling down, and see just kind of where it can all take me.
Yeah. Going into the season, did you have the sense that this was something that could be possible for you?
It was always something that kind of obviously that's something that everyone thinks about, kind of what their season could be. I had no idea going into the season what would be in store for me. I think the season could have been basically everything I hoped for, besides obviously the way it ended. But up until that point, it was great. It was a great season. We outperformed all expectations. I was able to be a big part of that. My teammates really helped me through it. My coaches really helped me through it. My family helped me through it. This isn't just it was never just me. This wasn't my award. This isn't my award. This is kind of, I'm just the face of it, but there's so many good people behind me that really helped me, and I wouldn't be able to be here without them.
You mentioned the work that you put in, but your path to this point has been so unique, where you grew up, your late sort of adoption of basketball. Does this put in perspective sort of, your journey and how the sort of different route you've taken to get here?
Yeah, it kind of shows that you don't have to be forced into a sport when you're a young kid to be good at it. I think I kind of found my way. Basketball almost found me a little bit, but I found my way. My past is unique, probably very different than the past winners of this award, but it was my own path, and I'm very proud of it.
We're now ready for your questions for Zach or Luke. If you have a question, please raise your hand. One of our microphone attendants will make their way in your direction. We'll ask that you please state your name and media outlet before you present your question. Jen, come up a couple rows for me. That'd be great. On your right. There's our first question.
Mike Carmen, goldblack.com. Zach, when you won Big Ten Player of the Year, I think you took part of the day to kind of reflect on your journey. Now that you've added a growing list of National Player of the Year honors to your resume, I mean, how is this all sinking in for you?
It's crazy. It doesn't even feel real sometimes. I think it's something that I'll only really be able to appreciate kind of in a few years when I look back on it. Because right now, living through it, it feels crazy. It's hard to take in. I'm trying to take it all in, but it's definitely tough. It's crazy to kind of think of my name in the conversation of the past legends, especially at Purdue, like Glenn Robinson, John Wooden, the past men's basketball legends, and think that my name is going to be next to them all time in history. So it's a surreal feeling.
Continuing with questions for Zach or Luke, we'll go up front to the left.
Hi, Zach. Steve Futterman from CBS News. Congratulations. I had two questions for you. I wanted to ask, was there something that's happened in the last 18 months or so? You seem to make such big strides. Was there a new comfort level you found in the last season, 18 months, that really drove you? I mean, you were playing excellently before, but this year you took it to a new level, and I find sometimes you talk to players, they say that something just clicked. You may not even be able to explain it, but just something was working this year. Would you feel that way, or am I reading too much into it?
I'm not sure. Obviously, the game slows down a little bit as I started playing it more. Kind of when I first started college, everything was moving really fast. It was my third year of basketball, so everything was moving crazy fast. I didn't really know what to do, and I was just trying to kind of hang on for dear life. So I think kind of the more I started playing basketball, the more the game slowed down, the more my understanding grew, and kind of the easier the game got. But I don't think anything ever really clicked. I think kind of every game I had to go out and I had to fight for every possession. I don't think it ever really just was like I could put it on cruise control and I was good. I always kind of really had to go out there and fight.
Steve, quick follow because we have other questions.
The interest in China. I know Elaine Gu, the Olympian, has had enormous success over there. Is there a great deal of interest in China for you, and do you see potential marketing opportunities? I know I'm jumping way ahead, but what do you see?
Yeah, I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud to be Canadian. I'm proud to be Chinese. I'm proud of all of it. I don't look at China as a marketing opportunity. I just look at it as part of my heritage. I look at something I'm really proud of, and something that a relationship that I'm definitely into growing down the road.
Steve, we got to move to other
Not
questions.
sure.
We'll get to you at the end if we can. To the back of the room on the left.
Isaac Bourne, Mid-Major Madness. Zach, I kind of wanted to ask, what's the future looking like for you? Is it the NBA draft right now, or is it another year at Purdue?
I have no clue.
That's a good answer. Let's go to the back of the room center.
Robert Listella with FAU Owl Radio. Zach, your mom was tried out for the Toronto national basketball team. It didn't work out. How has it been for you to be able to live your dream and follow your steps?
It's crazy. I tried out for the Canadian team 2 years in a row, and I got cut just as well. So it's kind of been crazy living through it, kind of going through it. All credit to her. She played basketball. She loved basketball, but she never forced me into playing basketball at all. She let me choose, and then basketball came to me, and now I'm able to kind of do some things that she wasn't really able to.
We need a comment from Zach's mom. On the left of the aisle, toward the back.
Hey Zach, Luke Chinney with Lifehold Sports. Can you just talk about the impact that Coach Painter has had on you, ever since he started recruiting you to, where you now?
It's been great. You kind of seen it on the court, but it's not just been on the court. It's been off the court. He's helped me as a person. That's kind of always been his big thing, kind of making not only great basketball players, but great people. I think that's really something that he's helped me with. It's been incredible, him and all the coaching staff, all the coaches that have been around. Coach Brantley really helped me. Coach Lutz recruited me. He's at Texas A&M Corpus Christi right now, but he helped me in tons of ways. PJ helped me in tons of ways. Our current coaches, Coach T and Coach Lusk, they helped me in tons of ways. It's been all the coaches that have really, really been behind me and that have always supported me.
All the way up front to the left.
Justin Deegan, Orange Blossom Sports. Congrats on the dominant season this year. I have a question pertaining to this is pretty much the peak an individual player can get in the college basketball sport. How do you feel this will open opportunities, and how have you felt the opportunities that you've already had, and just kind of your general feeling on NIL and its current state right now?
I'm not even going to speak about NIL. I think it's a good thing to get paid. I think it can be a little bit misused sometimes, but that's not what I'm talking about. I think, like you said, it's obviously great to kind of be able to be at the, like you said, peak of college basketball. But it's not like it stops from here. It's not like I can't get better from here. It's not like I can't grow from here. I still feel like I have a lot to do, a lot to show. But it's great to kind of be able to stand here today.
Center of the room, third row.
Zach, Jerry Lee with the Junior League College Sports Report. Zach, it was kind of mentioned early on about your transition from hockey to basketball. How did you start in hockey, and what was the transition, and how has it helped you with your basketball skills?
I think it's kind of helped me just develop a full sports background. Like kind of have different skills from different sports that have really translated over to basketball for me. You know, from hockey, I got kind of like big legs. I got a good strong base. From baseball, I got kind of like the touch from my fingers. I can really like when you're pitching a fastball, the last two fingers to touch the ball are these two, and then when you're shooting a basketball, it's the same thing. So I think my touch is kind of naturally developed in baseball, and that really helped me in basketball. But also just kind of like not being burnt out. Like I still really love this sport. I think people that really play it from a young age, they might be kind of done with it and over with it. But I'm still loving this sport. I'm still so excited every day to go to practice, stuff like that. And it's definitely made me very unique in the space.
One row back.
Zach, Luke had mentioned that you'd done some things that hadn't really been seen in college basketball since David Robinson. I know Admiral's a little bit ahead of your time, but how much do you know about Robinson and his contributions, and what does it kind of mean to you to be mentioned in the same sentence as somebody that was so impactful?
I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. It's crazy whenever your name gets mentioned in the same space as Hall of Famers. You know, obviously he did kind of basically everything that he could in the league. He won MVP, he won finals, he did everything. So to be able to be compared to him, it's an honor.
We're going to thank Luke and thank Zach for joining us here. In about 90 seconds, Zach is going to return for the next news conference, which is the Associated Press Coach of the Year. Luke, do you want to say anything to wrap everything up?
No, I just, as I said, we're going to give Zach the actual trophy in 2 weeks at the Missouri Athletic Club at our annual awards banquet, and it's just terrific to have Zach here and such a deserving and just winner of this trophy. So thank you, Zach.
Thank you.